example where we could rework an effect into something else. So imagine you have this component, which is just a product card, and you can add or remove a product. Whenever you add a product, the amount goes up and basically the total is recalculated. So you can say, I have now 2 headphones in my basket. Therefore, of course, the price is then times 2. But this component also allows you to switch between different products. So you can basically go to the next product and so on. And whenever you switch to the next product, you actually want to reset the amount of one. So what we want to avoid is that you have like 2 headphones in the basket, then you switch to shoes and it's still 2, then it should reset to 1. And a simple component like this could look something like this. Again, you have a product, which is the required input. You have an amount signal. Then you have a total, which is a computed signal. So you say this amount times product total. And then you have this next and previous product, which are outputs. And you can say add product, which basically updates the amount, and remove product, which decrements the amount. And this retriggers the total. And now, when the product changes, we need to reset the amount to 1. And what we did in the past was we had something like this, reset amount effect, and it was an effect which was triggered whenever the product changes, and then it was setting the amount to 1. So it was setting on another signal. And this can now nicely be avoided by using a linked signal. So you can say, hey, we have a product as an input, and we have a linked signal. The source is the product stream. So basically, whenever a new product comes, this computation will be run, and that means the amount will be set to 1. And this is a way cleaner approach than having this effect, which performs some side effects, because this is just more readable, and it's not really a side effect. It's like it reacts on something and produces a new computation value. So in practice, we also, or what we have to say, we say try to avoid effects, but in practice, we also encountered use cases where it was very hard to get rid of effects completely. So sometimes we had no nice way to remove effects, and some scenarios, effects also make sense, like for logging and stuff, where you just really have some changes and you want to log a side effect or something like that. Then effects really make sense. But generally, always, maybe we should rephrase that, not try to avoid, but always think, whenever you use an effect, always think like, could I maybe use a linked signal, or could I use some other approach here, especially when you're dealing with state. So if we combine this all together, my new or updated Angular coding guidelines are use new APIs, of course. And new APIs, I mean especially use signal-based APIs. No more lifecycle hooks, so avoid lifecycle hooks and use new modern tools. Again, if you use the new signal-based APIs, this point is almost done, because you will see that you no longer need them. Then use inject versus constructor injection. There are also some cool migration schematics. I think Inya, with his NX extension project, Ng extensions, I don't remember the correct name, has like some pretty cool schematics to help you here. Then standalone components, of course, no more async pipe, effectless. And then we have the 2, which are just personal preferences, hashtag over private. If you feel like, no, private is the way to go for me, go with private, perfectly fine. And also, if you think like, I like constructors, I need constructors, then sure, go with constructors. So I hope you like the guidelines. I hope you're not like angry and I'm alone here. But yeah, I have worked now with these guidelines for quite some projects, and I really, really enjoy them. I think the code becomes more readable and more expressive, which I always try to optimize for clarity and readable, and also performance when I write code. If you really like the code images that we were showing throughout this presentation, so basically those ones here, Those were all done with SkullSnap, so you can probably also see my t-shirt here. Skull is a JetBrains theme that I made because I was not so satisfied with the current themes that are out there. And SkullSnap is just a online editor, so you can go to skullsnap.com and paste your code here. You can also hook up your Twitter handle and customize this a bit. You can use it for React, JavaScript, Node, whatever you want. And then basically you can just download it as PNG, as SVG, or just directly copy to the clipboard and then paste it out there and share it on your socials. If you are a JetBrains user, also I recommend you to check out the Skull theme itself. We have a free trial there. I think it's a super cool theme because it's really optimized for long hours of coding. And yeah, so just hop to the JetBrains market or to our Angular Experts IO products call. Then also other stuff, if you want to learn about how to build smarter UIs with Angular and AI, check out my new video course where we basically learn how to build the front ends of the future. And then the last but not least, if you have seen Signals throughout this presentation and you think, hey, Signals are super cool, it looks very nice, but I've never worked with it. I really want to understand it, how it works, how the APIs look like, how can I use it in my project, and also want to do a deep dive and really master them, then I would highly recommend you to check out the ebook Signals on that I wrote, I don't know, a couple of months ago. So, and then we are at the end of the presentation, and that's basically it. So thanks everybody for
Thank you
joining.
so
And
much,
if there
Kevin,
are questions.
for joining us. Thank you so much, Kevin, for joining us at the event, and it was really a pleasure to have you. And it
Mhm.
was really nice session on Angular and all the stuff, signals and all those stuff. So thank you so much again for joining. It's more good like we are reading articles and all those stuff, but to have some experts like you to be on a screen and sharing the life scenarios and thank you so
Mhm.
much again for joining. So we are also planning for NgFinland 2026. So hope I will see you all here in Finland. So yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Kevin. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.